Thank you. I'm honored to be a part of tonight's ceremony and to present Carissa Medeiros, Stonehill class of 2003, for induction into the Stonehill Athletic Hall of Fame. Medeiros produced an impressive rise on the women's lacrosse team at Stonehill from a walk-on after not playing on the team her freshman year to earning IWLCA Division II Goalkeeper of the Year honors her senior year. She helped lead Stonehill to its first NCAA Division II National Championship that season, as the team also won the NE10 Championship for the third straight year with her in goal. Medeiros was a first-team All-American and three-time NE10 performer, posting a school record 448 saves in her 3 seasons, which stood out as the program record and at the time now ranked second. She also ranked second for program history for career save percentage and third for career goals against, an average that still ranks 4th all-time in Division II history. Stonehill reached the NCAA Tournament all 3 years she played in goal, reaching the national championship game twice as the team finished as finalists her junior year before winning the title a year later. Following graduation, Medeiros caught the coaching bug and returned to Stonehill as an assistant coach for 3 years, with the Skyhawks winning a national championship in 2005. She then became the head coach at Bentley, leading the Falcons to 60 wins and 5 postseason appearances. After her time at Bentley, she went on to start the Division I women's lacrosse program at UMass Lowell, where she spent 5 seasons. She currently is a coach at Cortland State as she continues to mentor student athletes. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome for induction into the Stonehill Athletic Hall of Fame from the class of 2003, Carissa Medeiros.
No, it's not going to work. There we go. Perfect. So I'd like to start by thanking Dean O'Keefe and the entire Stonehill Athletic Department. It's an honor to be here. My times at Stonehill ranks amongst probably the most amazing times of my life so far, so it's always nice to have an excuse to come back. I particularly want to thank Cindy McDonald. I had a particularly tough time in my career recently, and her mentorship and her guidance meant everything to me, and it's just a testament to, 15 years, 16 years later, you can still use the resources that were afforded to you when you were a student athlete here later on in your career, so thank you in particular to Cindy. I also want to thank Doug Munson for his glorious choice of headshot. It's definitely representative of some interesting college choices, but I also wanted to thank my family and friends who took the time out today, particularly in the rush of Friday rush hour, to come down to Stonehill from Boston and everywhere, Maine, Connecticut, to be here with me. It's extremely important, the family that I have and the friends that I call family, to have you here with me. It means more than you'll ever understand. To my teammates, my coaches/coach Dales, my colleagues, a lot of you aren't here, but the ones who are here, I will never forget this for the rest of my life. To take the time to come back and be here and be selfless and share in a moment that you definitely were more a part of than you'll ever understand is just very meaningful. Believing in me, allowing me chances to grow. I didn't have what you would call a typical upbringing, and certainly my teenage years and my 20s were a little bit of a challenge, and the experience I had at Stonehill Women's Lacrosse paved the way for me to be the successful, strong, independent woman that I am today, and specifically Coach Daly was a major part of that for me. I want to thank you to all of my current and former players. I'm now a career coach, which I never expected to happen, 2 of which are here today and surprised me. Then that moment for me was one of the more impactful moments of my life. Lacrosse as a sport has probably done more for me as a human than any other one thing. It's provided me with the stability and the structure that I needed in a tough upbringing. My coach was definitely crucial in that, particularly with the discipline and the structure part. So were my teammates, though, even if they didn't know it. I struggled with interpersonal relationships and trusting, and being part of a family was tough for me. And the environment that our team had was that. And I had to learn, and it took me a while, probably my entire 3-year career, to understand how to operate as one of a whole. And once I understood that, I never looked back. It probably is why I decided to be a coach. The family-oriented atmosphere and the nature of our sport was something that filled a void in me that I had been searching for without knowing. And serendipitously, I ended up finding that to be my career path. And I couldn't have found a more fulfilling job. It doesn't feel like a job. But to be able to give back to student athletes who might be going through similar issues that maybe I had, and to provide them with that second chance and those opportunities to learn and grow and be independent, successful women, despite any adversity, for me is the most important thing that I've ever done in my life. And lacrosse afforded me that opportunity, and Stonehill introduced me to that. So for that, I'll forever be grateful. And with that, that's it. That's all I got. I feel unworthy.